Today we're going to be talking about installing a rear derailleur. This is a 7 or 8 speed rear derailleur, but this technique will be applied to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. You're able to fix it for your grandchild or for your kid or for a neighbor. Follow these steps and you'll have a good time. Okay, here I'm showing you that I have grease on the threads, and then I'm going to put that bolt up to the derailleur hanger or the frame and thread it into the frame. If you have a difficulty, just open it up slightly and just make sure that screw hangs out on that tab on the derailleur hanger. So you thread it in. Now I'm installing the chain. I already had this chain pre-cut. This is my daughter's bike that I removed the chain, and then I'm just putting on this new rear derailleur for this video to show you how. So I go around the top pulley. It was kind of difficult. I had a tough time figuring out how to show it to you. And then I'm going underneath that top pulley over the tab. And as you can see, that tab right there is the tab that I'm talking about. Now go around the bottom pulley and then connect your chain. You have different ways on how your chain is going to connect. Mine's connecting using a SRAM power link. Power links are not reusable, so I grabbed a new one and went ahead and just applied a new one to it. As I connect the power link, I'm going to rotate the cranks up and put the power link on top, grab a rear brake and slam, connect it, secure it, make sure that it's all good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do our limits. You have a high limit, which is your highest gear. And here I'm actually adjusting it, turning it inwards to make it not adjusted. So by turning that top screw, the screws are labeled with an H or an L, means high or low. I thread that screw in just a half a turn or a quarter turn, and as you see, that chain did not return to the highest gear. So now I'm actually going to back it out by a quarter turn until it returns to that gear, the highest gear, and be relatively quiet. So you can hear in this clip, it sounds noisy when I pedal. So I'm still backing that screw out to make it nice and smooth and quiet. I'm just pushing up on the rear derailleur and letting it naturally drop. And then also right there, I just showed where I'm pulling on the rear derailleur to kind of try to remove it off of that high gear. As you can see, I turned that screw to the left. That allows for the derailleur to move further away from the wheel towards my body where I'm positioned. And then I pull on it to make sure I can't pull it off. Okay, so limits are done. So now I'm just adding the cable. I slide it through that barrel adjuster there. As you can see, I just helped the housing slip into that barrel adjuster a little bit easier, not bind up. That cable is going to go on the back side of that washer, and then you're going to tighten down that nut or bolt depending on what yours is. But the majority of the time that washer will have a little cutout to where the cable slides into. All right, I'm going to try to explain this. So when you shift and it goes from that 7 to the 6, think of that as 1 second. And each shift with a consistent pedal and a consistent shift is 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. While I'm looking at the shift, I'm also listening for it. But right now, I'm going to try to explain it to you as just 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So you see there that I'm shifting down the cassette to the lowest gear, gear number 1, and that should take 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. As I am coming back up the cassette to the highest gear, it is 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. In this clip, I'm telling you about the 1 second, 1 second, 1 second is equal to a shift, each shift, no matter which way you're going. I'm going to make it shift bad by turning that barrel adjuster towards the wheel. That is increasing cable tension, so the shift will actually get faster going to the lowest gear and get slower going to the highest gears. So I noticed the shift was a little slow going to the lowest gears. So here I'm actually loosening up that bolt, pulling on the cable with my hand, and then tightening it back down. I don't want to start using the barrel adjuster right now. That's for a micro adjustment. So I'm making a bigger adjustment now. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. And then 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. And I've made the shifting pretty bad now. So I'm actually going to turn a quarter turn off, lessen the cable tension to allow for the rear derailleur to start to go to the higher gears for me. You can do this until it gets nice and quiet and shifts nice and smooth all the way up and down the cassette. Like I said, 1 second shift, 1 second shift, 1 second shift, 1 second shift, going the other direction, 1 second shift, 1 second shift, 1 second shift. And then if it sounds nice and quiet and nice and smooth in its shift, and it's an equal time between shifts from going to the high to the low, then I know I've got it in the right area and I am good.